Welcome to this week's edition of the Regtech Africa News Roundup. And here are the top headlines for the week.
NIMC relocated to Ministry of Interior to expedite passport issuance. CBN directs banks to preserve FX revaluation gains. Flutterwave introduces Swap, a revolutionary digital foreign currency exchange platform in Nigeria. NCC says 120 billion naira USSD debt hampers financial inclusion. In Africa, Kenya's central bank imposes daily limits on dollar sales. Afreximbank aims to double intra-African trade financing to $40 billion. And in the world, Reserve Bank of India collaborates with banks to enhance adoption of central bank digital currency, CBDC. Now, the news in details. The National Identity Management Commission NIMC has been relocated to the Ministry of Interior as part of a move by the federal government to streamline passport issuance and national identity number NIN processes for Nigerians. NIMC's head of corporate communications, Kayode Adegoke, confirmed this development and added that the commission would launch a mobile app to allow Nigerians to make online requests for changes to their personal information, such as dates of birth. The transfer of NIMC from the Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy to the Ministry of Interior aligns with President Bola Tinubu's directive to remove obstacles to obtaining NINs and passports promptly. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has issued a directive to commercial banks through a letter dated September 11, 2023, instructing them to refrain from utilizing their forex exchange FX revaluation gains for dividends on operational expenditures. According to the CBN, banks are to utilize these revaluation gains to strengthen their capital reserves, thereby enhancing the banking sector's capacity to withstand volatility and economic shocks. FX revaluation gains represents the increase in the value of a bank's assets and liabilities denominated in foreign currency following fluctuations in the exchange rate between foreign currency and the local currency. Africa's foremost payments technology company, Flutterwave, has unveiled Swap, an innovative solution that grants Nigerians immediate access to foreign currency at competitive exchange rates. Swap, endorsed by CBN, offers a user-friendly card issuance system that enables users to swiftly and conveniently obtain foreign currency for various purposes, including travel, education, and business. The payment platform said it plans to distribute more than 10 million of these cards to Nigerians starting from October 2023. The Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), Professor Umar Dambata, has emphasized that the outstanding 120 billion naira unstructured supplementary service data (USSD) debt owed by banks to telecommunications companies is impeding the progress of financial inclusion in the country. He underscored that the USSD service plays a pivotal role in driving digital financial inclusion, currently estimated at 60 to 70% in Nigeria. Let's go for a short break, and when we come back, the news continues.
Do you want to develop strong foundation in regulatory fundamentals and the role of technology to achieve set organizational strategic plans? Sign up for the Regulatory Technology for Governance, Risk and Compliance training with AGRC in London and elevate your expertise.
Now in African news. The Central Bank of Kenya has introduced a daily cap of $100,000 on the amount of dollars that money transfer companies can sell to an individual customer. According to a letter from the central bank to these firms dated Wednesday, any hard currency amounts exceeding $100,000 must now be sold exclusively to commercial banks. The African Export-Import Bank, Afreximbank, has set an ambitious goal to double its financing of intra-African trade, aiming to reach $40 billion on a revolving basis by 2026. In 2021, the bank's financing for intra-African trade stood at $20 billion. Afreximbank's Executive Vice President, Kanayo Anwani, announced this plan during the Intra-African Trade Fair 2023 Nigeria High-Level Business Roadshow held in Lagos. Finally, in world news, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) is actively working with financial institutions to introduce new features aimed at promoting the adoption of the central bank digital currency CBDC, commonly referred to as the e-rupee. According to sources, the move comes as retail CBDC transactions have been averaging around 18,000 per day, significantly below the RBI's target of 1 million daily transactions by the end of 2023. And that's it on this week's Africa News Roundup. Join us again next week for more updates.